Because even though we're in this country, this is home away from home, but I don't feel that we as foreigners or immigrants, as they call us, will ever be accepted in this country. That when I came to this country, I actually ate from the bin.
You ate from the bin?
Yes, I literally, I went to the
Seriously?
bin. Yes, all the way from America. That is a lady who is stranded here in the UK. Another Ugandan girl died. And this one was even more sad because she died of starvation. Her and her daughter, they all died of starvation in the UK. So where was the government? Where was the community? Where was the Ugandan community? Where was Africans? Where was the church? The diaspora is just an evil place. It's like there's demons just hovering around. So when you just get to the airport, because you see that some people are very, very good when they were in Kenya, very nice, whether they were pretending or not, I don't know. But the minute they enter in these countries, they just change and they're just not nice people.
Hey good people, welcome to London. Today I have a very, very special guest for you, and this person is one of the most amazing people that you can meet in London. So I'm not going to talk much. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah. The most. Thank you so much for that intro. That was nice. Okay, yeah, my name is Lydia Tett Olet. And
sounds nice.
Yeah,
Lydia Tett Olet.
Lydia Tett Olet. It's a unique name, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I always say that nobody in this world, the entire world, has my name. And that's because I'm also unique. So I believe that my name is unique, and within that uniqueness is me.
How did you come to the UK? How long have you been in the UK? That's
I don't really say how long I've been to the UK because I'm embarrassed about myself staying here for that long, because I'm a cultural person. I love culture, I love tradition, I love home. And even my children, I've taught them that. I know there are some people, and that's everybody's opinion. Everybody likes to, probably their children call themselves they're British, or everybody's different, and I don't judge anybody because everybody's different. Everybody likes what they like. But for me, I believe that Kenya is home. Even though my children were born here, but even if you ask them, they're like, we are Kenyans. We are Kenyans. They will never even one day say they're British, but they are by paper, but not by blood. You know? So even my daughter one day in school, when they were doing where they were born and everything, and she said, oh, I was born in Queen Elizabeth Hospital, but I'm Kenyan. And the teacher was like, no, you're British. She said, no, I'm Kenyan. So they had to call me. There was this big argument about being British and being Kenyan. And you know what she told the teacher? She said, I'm only British by paper, miss, but my blood is Kenyan. And blood is thicker than paper, so I am Kenyan. And the teacher was like, okay, okay. So when the teacher asked me, I was like, is there anything wrong with her saying that she's Kenyan? She is Kenyan. So my house is a Kenyan house. I teach them Kenyan culture, even though one thing that I'm not saying I failed, but they don't really like is too much Kenyan food. They eat a lot of chapati. They love chapatis. They don't really like ugali. They would eat their English food, but culture-wise, my children are Kenyan.
Kenyans to the core.
Kenyans to the core. So for me, to say how long I've been in this country, I always feel embarrassed because I'm like, I should be home. I shouldn't be here. So
do you have a plan of actually
exiting? Exit plan? Oh my God, trust me, I've got an exit plan. I am not going to old people's homes in this country. I'm not going to be taken to no old people's homes in this country. No. Me, my exit plan is Kenya. That's why I would like to sit in the sun, be with people that love and appreciate you. Do you understand? Because even though we're in this country, this is home away from home, but I don't feel that we as foreigners or immigrants, as they call us, will ever be accepted in this country. I don't feel like, that's just me, my opinion. I don't feel like that. So I want to go home where I'm being appreciated. Even the only thing that I feel like is a barrier between here and home is security. The only thing that is letting us down in Kenya is security. Because here security is so good. I walk by myself at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And I'm not even scared that anybody will mug me. I have my phone. I walk with my phone. Look at you now in the streets. We just
nobody's bothering you.
Nobody's bothering you.
You know, in Kenya, even if you're holding this and there's a police, you see, they would come. Why are you recording? Why are you filming?
Yes. Yeah. Here is just free. Like proper human rights is being practiced in this country. And that's the only thing that is not in Kenya. But anything else, I love the weather, I love the food, I love the people, I love the environment. I just love my country. That's why I never say how long I've been here, because I'm embarrassed.
We'll skip that one.
I'll skip that part.
We'll skip that one. So what are the challenges that you faced staying here?
When I came to this country, like, I don't know if you've watched my interview when I did with Lynn Googie. And I told her that when I came to this country, I actually ate from the bin.
You ate from the bin?
Yes. I literally, I went to the bin.
Seriously?
Yes.
Why?
Because there was no work. I was pregnant. Nobody could employ me at that time.
Yeah.
The father of my children at that time didn't have proper documentations, so he couldn't work. And so that means that we had no money. The person that we were living with at that time just left us without even, and you know, you're in a foreign land.
Yeah.
No, nobody's telling you what to do. You don't know what to do, so we can go this way.
Okay.
And we were just left in the lurch like that. Pa! So we didn't know what to do.
So they left you in the house?
They left us in the house. The person that we were living with, we left. So when the person left us, now the two of us, me and my ex, is my ex now, thank God for that. Thank God, glory to Jesus. Because I wouldn't be where I am right now if I was still with that doofhead. But then, so the person leaves us. We are in the house and we don't have money for rent. We don't have money for food. We are just in the house. I'm not working, it's not working.
Wow.
And in this country, nobody's willing to help you. And even if they help you, for how long?
For how long can someone feed you? It's expensive
feed
too.
You. And it's expensive, and you can't blame them. For how long will they pay your rent or your bills? So there we are. We were like that. So we had a neighbor. God is, God will feed his people. God will feed his people one way or another. So we had a neighbor, because we were living in rooms, so these subletted rooms.
Yeah.
One of them was working in the bakery. So he will come with bread. He will not put this bread in the bin. He will come with bread with bado in makaratasi, and you take the bread and put it in the bin. When he goes, we'll go like this in the room.
Why would you throw the bread in the bin?
Because he has so many.
Oh, yeah.
So he has so many, and he didn't know. There's no way we could have told him that, give us the bread.
Yeah.
So he throws them in the bin, and he goes to his room. When he goes to his room, we go and pick it up.
Oh, wow. So how did it change? How did you move from that situation? So
we and then as well, the fruits where they in this country, fruits, right? The fruits that are left, they don't take it and sell it for you tomorrow. Like in Kenya, they'll sell it until they'll chuck them in the bin. They'll hold some fruits if the fruit is not really nice. So we'll go and pick those fruits as well in the evening. So that's how we survived for quite a long time. And then one day somebody told me about credit card. I didn't even know what credit card was. And they told me, Lydia, you can get a credit card. So I went and I went to the bank just to apply to see if I can get it. And they gave me credit card. What? We bought chicken that day, the whole chicken.
For the first time, you were having a decent meal.
That was a feast. That was a feast. We were not even thinking of tomorrow. We are so silly. We just bought big chicken because my ex is Luya, and Luyas and chicken don't play. So we bought chicken. We ate. So from there, we just started now using the card. And the thing is, the guy was really nice. My ex was really nice at that time. I won't lie, because he used to let me eat first. When I finish eating, that's when he will eat.
Man, that was tough.
That was really tough. Even he used to cry because we used to go to antenatal. And they'll tell me that, your baby is so small. Your baby is so small because you're not eating well. And he'll cry. He'll be like, oh my God, because he really wanted to provide, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
He was a very nice person at that time. But afterwards now there's money. Money change people, Money can change people. But at that time we were really struggling, but we struggled together. He was there for me 100%. And I do appreciate him for that moment. And then things just started changing. Somebody advised me, first of all, to go to the government.
Yeah.
And because as well, it depends on how people advise you. If people don't advise you, then, so somebody advised me to go to the government, upige story huku, za ukweli na za uongo, mix and match. So I went, and that's what I did. And after that, they helped me. And from there, We just started growing slowly and slowly until God brought us here today. So today I can say I'll never eat from the bean because God has brought me from grass to grace. And for that, I really thank God for.
Oh wow, that's quite interesting. Like, you know,
and
no situation is permanent.
If I did it, everybody can do it.
And there's no situation that's permanent. Just because you're lacking today doesn't mean you will lack forever.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Wow, that's really wonderful. So if you had any advice to anybody, let's say someone who's just got here, what are the tips?
Well, in this country, what I'll say is there's a lot of people who like keeping themselves to themselves, and the reason being because there's a lot of people who report each other. First of all, people will report you because they're jealous, or some people will give you wrong advice because again they're jealous. They don't want to see you prosper. So people always, and it's not everybody. It's not everybody. Just don't get me wrong, because we have some people who are very, very genuine, are very good as well, who will give you the right information. But what I say is, if somebody gives you information, don't just take that one person's advice and run with it. Try and do your own research. Try and talk to other people as well, and see if the advice the person gave you matches. And then the good thing with this country is everything is on internet. Everything is out there. So if somebody tells you A, B, C, D, just go and check it as well, and see that whatever they're telling you actually matches what you're googling or you're searching for. And don't just depend on one person, because in this country, I'll tell you, country wazungu, and it's everywhere like that. Even in America, they do the same. People are so they're like closed, yeah. You know, they are closed because there's so much fear of somebody's making more money than the other person. Someone will want to report you. I don't understand why in diaspora is like that. Diaspora is just an evil place. It's like there's demons just hovering around. So when you just get to the airport, because you see that some people are very, very good when they were in Kenya, very nice, whether they were pretending or not, I don't know. But the minute they enter in these countries, they just change, and they just not nice people. But I don't understand.
Yeah, I totally get it. Personally, I actually had an incident where I just felt like I went to this place around here, and then I just felt like the people are cold. I'm like, these are the same people when you're back home in Africa. They're very warm and friendly and nice. But here it's like nobody even wants to talk to you. It's like they're afraid of something. I just don't know. You even try to talk to them, they're cold.
Yeah.
Like you just feel so unwelcome.
That happens in a lot of diaspora. You see, even my sister, when she went to America, because my younger sister's in America, she was left at the airport for almost 2 days.
What?
Yes, with the person who, thank God it was a long time ago. So now, if it's now, they'll be like, what are you doing at the airport for 2 days? They'll even arrest you and deport you back.
Yeah.
My family, that actually told my mom, yeah, you can bring your daughter. Because what happens is when people are back home telling you, yeah, you can come, they actually don't think you can.
Oh.
They actually just don't think you can. So the minute they now see it's reality, they switch off their phones. How can you do that to somebody? How can you switch off your phone? And somebody's, there's guys who called me from America, all the way from America, that there's a lady who is stranded here in the UK.
Oh, really?
And she lived in my house for like 6 months. I didn't even know her. And I lived with her for 6 months. The person who was meant to pick her up switched off their phones. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Seriously. And I always tell people that whatever you do to somebody, one day, it will come back to you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your children who will pay for it, but someone will pay for it.
Oh.
So please, like this evilness that we do to each other in diaspora is uncalled for, 100% uncalled for, because we paint this picture of we have everything, like we are so rich, we've made it and everything. So now somebody's back home, they want to come and see how Lydia's made it, how big. That's why for me, my house is my house. I bring people in my small house. I brought Lynn in my small house. I've brought celebrities in my small house. Come and see, this is my house. My car, this is my car. I'm not going to pretend and rent a BMW, a Jaguar, and say, no, if you don't like my house or you don't like my car, that's fine, but that's what God has blessed me with. And I always feel like if you appreciate what God has blessed you with, then God will give you more. But if you hide what God has given you, God will never bless you. Do you understand? And that's why some people, they wonder why they're not prospering, why they're not getting what the other person is getting. And you're always there jealousing another person, being angry, wanting to destroy somebody else's life. But you're not knowing that it's your own self, your own doing, everything that you're doing, that's what is destroying your own blessings. Because when you're trying to destroy someone else's life, your blessings goes to that person.
True.
And that's what people don't realize.
Wow. Ha! I feel like I'm in motivation school, motivation 101. But that's really true, yeah. What you give is what you receive. You give bad energy, that's what you'll receive.
Yep.
You're trying to sabotage somebody, you're actually sabotaging yourself. That's exactly what happens. I'm super excited to meet you, and you know, I'm going to cancel my ticket to attend your event.
Yay!
So I'm going to be at Kenyans at the park.
Wow.
I'm going to come.
Wow.
Is it Saturday and Sunday?
Yes. Yes, it's Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Oh my God, that is so good.
Yeah, I'll stay and then I'll leave after the event.
Okay.
Yeah, so how often do you hold the event?
It's an annual event.
It's once a year.
Yeah, it's once
so I'm
a
so
year.
lucky to be here right now.
You are so blessed to be here right now. And it's 2 days as well.
I thought it's every month.
No, what? No, it's once a year.
Yeah?
It's once a year. And we do it every end of July.
Okay.
End of July, children are off school.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are just booking holidays to go to Kenya, but they're still around.
Yeah.
So that's why we like doing it end of July.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is Lydia?
So Lydia Tett Olet, first of all, is a single mother of 3 beautiful angels. And the reason why I always say that, because somebody one day asked me, why do you always say you're a proud single mother? And I say the reason why I always use those words is because we have a lot of women who have been conditioned to think that being single is abomination or is a curse. So they have to stay in marriages that don't make sense. They're staying in domestic violence. They're staying in marriages that their husbands are actually so much abusing them just because they've been told that you can't be single. To be single is wrong. And that's why I always, when I'm introducing myself, I always say I'm a very proud single mother of 3 beautiful angels who are also very, very educated, learned, knowledgeable, both world and books, and are very well mannered in the society. So as a single mother, we can do it.
All right,
Yes.
all right.
And I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah, now that's where we're going.
I'm an entrepreneur.
A lot of people, you know, when I came to London, the first day I met some Kenyans. They were like, oh, you're here. Oh, you need to meet Lydia. You have to meet Lydia. Oh, let me take your number. What's your number? I'm like, I just got it. I don't have a SIM card, but yeah, take my Kenyan line. You'll find me on WhatsApp.
Yes.
So why is Lydia so popular? What does Lydia do? Why is Lydia so popular?
Well, Lydia is an entrepreneur. Lydia does a lot of things. First of all, what I always say is, I know there are people say, oh, there are no jobs, people are struggling. Yes, it's true, there are no jobs and everything. But what I always say is, sometimes it takes you as a person to look for a problem, find a solution, and ask God to help you execute it. So that's what I do. I always look for problems. Like I'll never sit down and just say, oh, there's no job, or I'll sit down and complain. I'll find something. So the first thing I saw was, in our community, especially as Black people or as Kenyans, there's a lot of deaths that happen, and anytime deaths happen, people go on WhatsApp or GoFundMe, and people are struggling. So I thought, what can I do to help that? So I thought, okay, let me start with insurance. So I'm into insurance, and I've helped so many people, especially Africans and Kenyans, being the top of my clients, and they've totally appreciated it. Even 2020, I had some of my clients who actually claimed. And one lady was like, her name is Mary, because she doesn't mind me using her as an example. She was like, Olet, I'm so happy that you forced me to take the insurance. And then she got like 10,000 pounds in return, but she didn't even give me £1. Mean, Mary, you're mean. So, and apart from doing insurance as well, which a lot of people know me for, I also do events. I'm an event organizer. So one of the events is Kenya and Friends in the Park. And that's the event that we've seen up to 9,000 Kenyans together.
Wow.
Yeah. So here in the UK.
Oh wow, that's lovely.
Yeah, so it's and the way that started as well was a lady committed suicide.
Oh no.
So this is the 9th year, so it's been running for quite a long time.
Oh, you've been doing the event for 9 years?
Yes, every year.
Oh.
Yeah, we started 2015.
Yeah.
And what was the birth of it was the fact that there's a lady who committed suicide, and to me that was really sad because she left a note behind and said that she was lonely. That's why she committed suicide. Oh. And I was like, it's actually true because this is home away from home.
Yeah.
You know, so I started. That was one of the thoughts of me starting to do the event, Kenya and Friends in the Park. And then while I was still contemplating on should I not, another Ugandan girl died. Oh. And this one was even more sad because she died of starvation. Her and her daughter, they all died of starvation in the UK. So where was the government? Where was the community? Where was the Ugandan community? Where was Africans? Where was the church? I was like, no, this is not happening. So I actually have to do an event now. And then the other thing as well is the fact that we send money home a lot of times, of course, for them to build us a house. They build you a very beautiful house in the pictures, if not in reality.
Then when you go back home.
When you go back home, shock on you. So that as well was part of us, me starting Kenya and Friends in the Park. And I thank all Kenyans and also friends as well who have supported this initiative. They're always coming, they're always supporting, they're always calling, you know. And I also work closely with the embassy of here, the embassy, the Kenyan embassy. So a lot of people struggle to get their visas. They'll call me. And some people, because the rule changed, there was this rule that if you get to Kenya, you get your visa in Kenya. But the rule now changed that you have to get your visa here before you go to Kenya. But a lot of people don't know that. So what happens is people get to the airport and then they tell them that, sorry, you can't travel. So people call me. Some people call me at the airport. Even last week I was with my PA in the office and somebody called me and they're at the airport in the queue. I can't go to Kenya. They said I can't enter. So
they didn't. Oh, you help because Kenyans don't need visa to go back home unless
they have British passports.
They have British passport and no Kenyan passport.
And no Kenyan passport, so they have to get a visa.
Yeah.
But before, you was get a visa at the airport when you get to Kenya. But now rules change.
Yeah, you have to get it before.
You have to get it before. But some people don't know that. So the people who don't know that, they find themselves at the airport and then they're told, sorry, you can't
board.
Don't have a visa.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they call me and they're like, Lydia, please help me. So I've helped so many people. So I think that's why my name is flying around. And they're like, oh, Lydia, she's because I never charge anybody. I never look at it like
a business or a way to make so much money.
No, people just call me and they just help. Because I believe that you receive when you give, right? You receive when you give. And then I'm also a philanthropist. I have a school in Kibera.
Oh, really?
Yes, called Shama Splendid Center.
I was in Kibera the other day. I could have visited.
Oh, please, when you go there, visit them and tell them you've been sent by Lydia.
Oh.
So, yeah, so that school, it was a school that was there already, but it was really, really run down. Really run down. Like, the first day I entered, my heart was actually beating inside. I was like, if this school collapsed, what are we going to do? You know, so, but we've built it now. So we did 2 stories building already. Now it's up and running. And now we're doing the kitchen. And we're also going to do the library. We have so many books to give away. Books are just waiting to be shipped back home. So that school as well, and a lot of diaspora people know that I'm supporting that school. So I think that's also the thing that people be like, oh, okay, Lydia this, Lydia that. But it's not been an easy journey, but a lot of Kenyans and a lot of my friends, Kenya and friends, they've made it easier for me.
Oh, awesome. And do you have like a community here? Maybe you've mentioned a lot about supporting people and all that. So do you have like a community? So since this event is once a year, so in case somebody's here and they need help or anything, how can they find you? Is there like a community or people that they can talk to?
Yes, we do have
WhatsApp groups, Telegrams and all that?
Oh, a lot. We do have every city, like now there's London. and then there's Oxford, there's Northampton. So every city or county, whatever I'll call them, they have Kenyan community and they have their chairperson. Like now in London, we have ACKK, where I'm from, ACK because it's Southeast Kenyans and Kent, and that's where I am in ACKK. We have our chairman called Lucas Kamau. So Lucas Kamau started this group, and when other people saw, because you know people like copying things, they only copy good things, bad things they don't. So people started copying in other regions, and now we have this region, so we have a lot of Kenyans. And then within those regions, we also have one big community. Again, Lucas Kamau is the chairman of all these other communities. So we do have a lot of help. So if anybody wants, there's Lucas Kamau. You can also find him on Facebook. He's a very good Kenyan influential who helps a lot of people as well. And he has helped a lot of counties set up Kenyan communities. So we do have a lot of communities around. So if anybody, and then we also have those Kenyans who say, we also have those Kenyans who say, oh, I don't like Kenyans, I don't want to be with Kenyans.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yes. But the only problem is when they die, is our problem. We have a lot of Kenyans who have died, and then they look for us as community leaders, and these people didn't know any Kenyan. And I'm thinking, I've always said, if you don't like Kenyans, if you die, go the same way. Don't like Kenyans. Don't make Kenyans now your problem.
When you face challenges.
When you're facing challenges, when you now passed on, your family that never knew about Kenyans, now they want to look for Kenyans. Please, leave us alone. Leave us alone.
All right. So that was just a quick interview in the streets of Woolwich. This is Woolwich. So with this very amazing, inspiring lady, everybody told me I needed to meet her, and here she is, Lydia Tett Olet. Very nice name. Anyway, so I'm going to be meeting you again, and if you have any questions, because we're going to have another conversation with you. This is just the intro for today. Okay. So if you have any questions please put them in the comment section. I'm gonna put her details. If you wanna contact her, I'm gonna put her details, her socials, the description as well. So thank you so much, Lydia.
Yes.
So we'll connect again.
Yes. Thank you. Right. God bless, and remember, it can only be God.
It can only Nimungu too.
Nimungu too.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay.